You're watching Talking Points, a focus on the political scene in Lubbock and across the South Plains.
And welcome back. Here's a look at a couple of other headlines of the past week. The Lubbock City Council voting to postpone the May 2nd municipal election. That vote will now take place on the day of the general election, November 3rd. The governor had made this possible by authorizing all local governments to be able to do this. A no-brainer because of coronavirus. And in the governor's ban on elective surgeries in the state, in order to keep hospital beds and equipment clear, was the inclusion of abortion on the list of unnecessary surgeries. And as you might expect, abortion rights groups have now sued, looking for at least a temporary restraining order. We'll keep you updated there. And it is always fun to spend 5 good minutes with Chad Hasty, host of the popular Chad Hasty Show over on KFYO. Good to see you, my friend. You know, we just talked to the mayor. I know you have too this week. What's been the reaction of your listeners to some of the decisions being made at the local and the state level, particularly this non-essential business closure thing?
Well, and thanks for having me on. Wish I could be there with you in studio, but we are social distancing. You know, most of the audience, they're puzzled, and there's still so many questions out there from folks. You know, is this really needed? Do we need to have, you know, the non-essential businesses closed? And what exactly is a non-essential business? If you're a business owner, it's pretty essential to your life. If you're an employee, it's pretty essential. So I think there's still just a lot of confusion out there, and a lot of anger just at what's going on with the economy.
You know, his opinion of gun shops being non-essential versus the Attorney General's ruling now. Boy, you hate to think political during this time, but was that a fight that was even worth it for the mayor long term?
No, and, you know, listen, I don't know exactly where the mayor, you know, got the list of non-essential versus what is essential. You know, in so many of these cases, you know, the cities copy each other and everything else. Dallas County, they amended their order yesterday, or excuse me, on Thursday, and so, you know, I figured that Lubbock would be a little bit more open to gun stores being open, and I thought the mayor was going to do that at first and say, yeah, they're essential businesses. So it really did surprise me when the mayor was on KFYO on Friday morning and said, we're listing gun shops as non-essential. They can do curbside business, but if you're a gun store owner, you don't want to go outside with a gun and go, hey, what do you think about this? I mean, that's pretty tough to do.
Right. Leaders either wilt in these situations or they thrive. And I'm sort of interested in your thoughts now on Dennis Bonnen. You've had him on your show twice now, the outgoing House Speaker. You see him a little bit more on social media now. What's your thoughts on where he is now compared to where he was after last summer's scandal?
Well, you know, I think he's trying to rebuild that image a little bit. I think he's trying to get out there, and this is an issue, sadly, where no one's going to tell him, hey, we don't need the Speaker of the House saying anything. He wants to get out there. He's still a leader in the state. He is still the Texas Speaker of the House. He still gets information out to House members. So, yeah, he wants to get out there. I think he'd much rather be concentrating on the political aspects of the 2020 election and the Texas House remaining under Republican control. But this is something that, listen, no matter if you're dealing with controversy or not, whether you're the governor, lieutenant governor, or Texas Speaker of the House, or just a state rep, you better step up if you're a leader, because people want you to step up. They need decisions being made by the leaders of this state. And, you know, he didn't resign as Speaker. He is still Speaker. So he definitely has a role to play.
And the same for Representative Dustin Burrows here, was sort of caught up in all of that. He's kind of back on social media and talking about things that are going on. And that heading into another election season and a 2021 session where a state budget is now way up in the air. What role could he play moving forward here?
You know, I think for Representative Burrows and all the state reps, it's just there's sort of that you know, that conduit of information to get information out to constituents. I can't imagine being a state rep right now and thinking ahead to the next budget when you've got so many issues that are going to come up. I'm sure his head is spinning. I'm sure Representative Frulo's head is spinning. I'm sure all of them feel the same way, because they were already looking ahead to, even though there's elections, but they were looking ahead to 2021, the legislative session. And now, I mean, unless we pull out of this really quick and the price of oil goes up, they're going to be dealing with a much different budget than anyone expected.
Definitely so. Chad Hasty from the Chad Hasty Show on KFYO. Good to see you again, my friend. Happy social distancing. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Ryan.